I don't know why people call my mom in crisis. I really don't. I guess because we're really good at crisis. Like, that's probably when we rock shit, mostly. We're really on the ball. It's afterwards that we're all fucking shitty. Oh. I feel really bad for her. She was very much right. And a lot of other parents have meh. A lot of parents have criticized my mom and fucking said my mom was really shitty. And a lot of people said a lot of really mean things about her. But a lot of times, she ended up being right. Like when other people's kids are full on freak out, or when someone's dying, I really am not sure why they call my mom. I really don't know. I'm like, why is this now passed on to me? Fear is freaking out up north. Call 911? He ran up into the like. I'm like, but like, I'm not part of this. Like, I'm part of new mushrooms, right? Oh, you left the fuck alone, Jesus Christ. I've always been very independent to the point where I'm not allowed to be dependent. Like, and if ever I am dependent on somebody, that makes me like weak to the point where I'm broken. Whatever, dude. Like, I super don't need it rubbed in my face for like the rest of my existence. Thank you though. Like, take a big pass on that. I don't want anything. I don't ask for anything. I don't need anything. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's it. Because you guys are always so fucking mean. All the time. Like, there's way too many people who are fucked up and doing really awful shit. I was happy being up north where there's no cell phone signal. But fuck nowhere land. Like, I wasn't even allowed, for the most part, like, I was just grateful to be up there, but like wandering around the reserve by myself, it was kind of like not ideal. Like, his dad was really nice to me though. Dads usually like me, apparently. I think it's because they don't expect me to start talking like a trucker. I guess they think I'm funny. At least somebody does. Like, yeah, I know. Like, I fucking know. I fucking know. Fucking a toe-to-toe. Get it. Like, everyone can tell me how much they told me, so I just don't care. Just I super don't want to hear it. And I super don't want to have to comfort other people because of how sad they are about me. Like, I fucking hate people keep fucking looking at me with like sometimes like a very specific sappy fucking sad panda face. Like, as if like I'm like some abused stray animal that is just like like, oh, it used to be a real person. Look, the revenants. Like, so fucking dumb. Like, well, you just gotta get back up on the horse. Like, shut the fuck up. So done. Stop. Okay, let's take a second. Let's take a second. Taking a second to breathe. I just keep thinking about Eric, I guess. Oh, so lame. I just keep thinking about the last time I saw Eric. I don't know what just happened. Last time I saw Eric. It was that and like the fucking his last birthday. Like we even spent. I was like in Point Claire Village, and that place always had the Habs fucking logo on the window. So I think it's like a sports bar or something, kind of, but like it's obviously it's just in Point Claire Village. Not really like a bar, not like a regular human being bar. It's like a fancy barish restaurant. Anyway, all of a sudden started getting to like getting that aggressive drunk, which is sometimes fun, but she, I guess she like I ended up saying something that was talking about Eric's drug usage, and Like, she was starting to get, like, aggressive, and she was throwing fries at him, and he was like, "Mom, stop." And she was like, "God, like, don't be like that, like, whatever." It's a regular Allison, I guess, but, like, she said it ended up saying it really loud, where she was like, "Oh, I'm embarrassing you? Like, you're a junkie. That's something you should be embarrassed about." Like, and she said it really loud, and, like, other tables turned, like, other people, like, turned and looked, and it was just, like, he got super upset, ran outside. And, he was just, like, a couple doors down. Downpouring rain. He was just standing there. I just went and stood next to him. I was like, "Sorry." "You're sorry, Mom, for being kind of a jerk." He was like, "Yeah, it's fine." He was like, "It's just, like, fucking Point Claire Village. It's just very small, or Point Claire in general, just like the West Island's a small community, so it's like shaggy. People talk, people know you, and once, like, one person says something, it's just like, fuck it." Like, I've been pregnant for, like, 5 years. That's why I call my husband, because apparently we're raging lesbians. Like, after a while, it loses its, fucking effect, I guess. And it's just easier to kind of just be like, "You know what? Sure. Yeah, I'm a raging lesbian. We're raging lesbians, indeed." And just leave me the fuck alone. Like, I'm a raging fucking junkie. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I could have saved Eric necessarily, but I feel like he would have listened to me. The last time I saw him, it was like the first time in a while, like, that he could actually make a coherent sentence. For a while, like, every time I'd fucking try to talk to him, I was just really mad at him because he stole money from me. And I get that's what heroin does. Heroin turns you into a shit person. Makes you not care about anybody but yourself. That wasn't who Eric was. Like, and I feel like that's why he hid it from me so well. Like, and other people helped keep, like, I kept asking if I could go. I just don't fucking understand why, like, that's fucking good enough for you. We thought you would do fucking heroin with either one of them. Like, fuck off, guys. Like, really? Really? You thought that, I would, yeah, like, that sounds just like me. Fuck. Whatever. Oh, I lost my lighter again. I don't think anybody on the planet loses lighters like that. Yay, I can go boost my car now. I hope I put the cables back. We're gonna fix this first. Alright. Excellent idea. Oh. You know what? I don't want to walk around here anymore. I'm too scared to let the fucking poison down or some crazy shit. People know, so people do fucked up shit. Oh my god. I hate seeing people releasing fucking squirrels down by the water. Like, there are multiple people. I can't imagine the guy that I saw a couple of years ago with the same guy. Like that guy for sure is dead by now. Why the fuck do people keep releasing squirrels in parks? You guys catch squirrels in fucking raccoon traps. Oh, they're on my property. I want to on my property. Fucking, you don't understand how nature works, obviously. Can't just capture squirrels on your property and then bring them into a park and release them. It's not going to keep squirrels off your property. This is not how nature works. You're not going to destroy the squirrel population one squirrel at a time. Maybe you will. I don't know. It's just outrageous to me. Yeah, hopefully they acclimate properly. Oh, some fucking dog is barking like that. I feel like this is very similar to like letting babies cry. I just don't buy that. Sometimes babies just need to cry it out. I don't think that's true. No. I think babies don't maybe need to cry it out. I think you need to maybe figure out why your baby's crying though. My dog doesn't just fucking give me shit for no reason. That's for sure. Hey, that's like the first bus I've seen in hours. Nice Benz. It's very nice of your wife to let you borrow the car for the day. I could not. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know how many people I know with Benzes, but I know the ones that I have known have not been best. It's not a fucking Bentley. Take it easy. It's fucking driving like a fucking Rolls Royce. Like, it's a fucking Mercedes or it's an Audi. Take it easy. It's actually Audi. Sorry, I can't. Oh, it's something I actually wanted to do in point. Make videos for people with hardcore spots who don't have money, because I've had good makeup and I've had shit makeup, and honestly the shittier makeup sometimes is better. Oh yeah, all my makeup's inside. Totally forgot. It's like boxes and boxes. I've got a really good idea. I'm gonna give it a half. It's Towley. It's from South Park. It's South Park. Okay, wait. Here we go. Much better. You know, Sunny Hostin does this like every night while her husband sleeps, and like will like, wow, and she will like take it off before he wakes up, and she does it every night. Like, she'll pretend like she goes to sleep, and then she'll get up, and then she'll just like put a bunch of products on her face and shit, and like put her hair in curlers, and then she'll go to sleep, and then she wakes up before him. Every like 20 years of this. I just, I can't even understand. That fucking cherry queso. Why is it easier being homeless than being not having a car? Like, I literally can't go anywhere because if it smells like pot, I'll go to jail. Like, I already drive like a fucking maniac. Like, if I'm fucking. Like, I'm already a bitch. Imagine me not smoking. I actually learned this from a drag queen. This is called baking. You bake your face. I'm not kidding. Drag queens do this. It is probably not ideal for skincare though. But who gives a fuck about skincare? You can just use cover up. Like that the cop just like made it a point to inform me. He's like, well, they're like, oh, like, do you want to be assessed? I was like, no, I don't need to fucking what? Like, get the fuck out of my face, please. Like, I can't believe that shit. It's like, do you really think this is helping? Like, causing a big scene? Is that supposed to help? He's like, well, it's like it's super early in the morning. Like, yes, it did. And I was sleeping. And I'm not a happy camper when I'm woken up. Especially not by the fucking boys in blue. Here to fucking help a brother out. Like, do you do this to everybody who's homeless? I fucking highly doubt it. Otherwise, the cart guy would not have a bicycle memorial where he used to live. Like, whatever. I don't know how the cops can fucking help by doing their job and, I don't know, dealing with the massive amount of crime that openly happens. Like, I was just trying to fucking find a commercial location. I really was not interested in fucking the real estate market whatsoever. I just had some guy who was selling my grandpa's house and he was really bad at it. He was a friend of the family. I kind of milked it a bit, but after a while I started being the one who like does the walkthrough. It's fucking stupid as shit. Oh my god, whose dog is honestly barking like this? Like, did you lock your dog in a car? Oh my god. Oh, I think it's that little girl. It's a puppy. Oh, my dog used to be trained. Nobody likes a little fucking puppy. And now people like look at me like I'm a monster every time I do a correction, so It's just you fucking old to fucking retrain. Well, I have to, but.
Hey, let's go to bubble tea.
I'm just so sick of fucking doing that. This is why I stopped going clubbing. Joanne we used to be up on a speaker dancing clubs. She used to literally be kicking the crap out of them, and they'd be like grabbing, like at our clothes, like, and Joanne literally be kicking the crap out of them, and they'd laugh because they thought it was funny. Like, I can't. I guess that made me a traitor, but whatever. Like, I'm a traitor, I guess. I had a strong army. Like fell into the back of my group of friends. And some guy was trying to fucking be like, hey, what are you doing? And he grabbed my arm and pulled me back, so I fucking clocked him in the fucking mouth. Like, fucking I can't even. Fuck Sean. Fuck fucking Sean. Sean's a piece of shit. Fuck everybody who told me that I should literally. I'm still coming. Wow, I thought he was really great. Very awesome. Well, that's good. Really good. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Fucking psychotic. The whole time I fucking knew. I fucking knew that would happen. I'm like, this is like, and fucking, you can ask Siri, you can ask family unit. The whole time I kept saying something just doesn't feel right. And I was told, why am I fucking it up for myself? I'm doing a self-sabotage, barely. Do what makes me happy for once. So I was like, yeah. Like, that was a great idea. That was a really good idea. I'm really glad I did that. I fucking knew even before fucking I went ahead and made the decision, like, I was like, something's not right. Something bad felt like it gonna happen. I fucking knew it. Like, I'm talking about a homeless for a second time. It was kind of like, well, I guess I probably should have known. Because nothing in life is free, and usually if it's too good to be true, it most definitely is. And why would I fucking think that I should be asking for anything? And why would I not just be happy with what I had? And what I had was verbally and mentally abusive. So, but at least he took me off of everybody's hands. That's a little girl who I find fucking adorable. Saw her learning how to skateboard. She's very cute. Oh, usually she'll have a cigarette before she goes in. She'll be hiding behind like, someone's car. She's very, very cute. It very much reminds me of that. She actually looks like my cousin Nadia. She's cute. But I usually see her alone. It's gotta be like some kind of purple. Gotta be some kind of purple. I just don't know. Really? Huh. Let me see. Being a tool's gonna go. Huh. Cool. You got so much fun stuff in the back of your fucking car. You're so styling though. I hate being such a shit neighbor. These neighbors are really, 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 really nice. I'm just like so shitty right now. I don't know. Just like used to be an office. Never actually saw anybody use it though. Now suddenly there's a bunch of little girls that just go in and out of that place. It needs to get busted. All the upstairs of all the businesses that are still open around here. They're all run by the mafia. All the upstairs used to be apartments. Nobody lives in them anymore. Sometimes it would be one. Just one. All overdone. All the apartments are all empty. There's no furniture in them. Like, I'm not against this is not like there's like a red light district in Montreal. Like, it's fine. Bunch of fucking Inuit people that got me here trying to say that they're fucking part of like First Nations, like Ganawagi fucking people, like and like people from Augustosne, like these are not the same. They're yeah, they may be First Nations, but they're not from places like this with fucking like drugs basically everywhere ready for the take. Like they literally offer $5 blowjobs for a fucking hit of fucking heroin. Barely speak the fucking language. Like they come from despicable fucking horrible environments where they're fucking getting beat and fucking raped and shit, and they think this is gonna be better. Fucking nasty fucking fat old middle fucking rich white men fucking take men out of the goodness of their fucking heart. It's like, oh my fucking stupid, like just fucking seriously, like after you've been pulled into a car, like after someone tries to pull you into a car, you learn to check behind you. You fucking before you leave the house, you fucking before you walk out the door, you fucking look at who's around. That's how John Lennon died. Looked out his door. Got shot. I think it was Yoko Ono had him killed. I think her and fucking Paul McCartney are fucking banging. I think that's why they had him killed. Because she sucks ass too. Probably literally sucks ass. Some women are born prettier than others. Some just have to try a little harder. Everyone can be pretty though. Letitia Sherry is a perfect example of that. I find Letitia actually was much prettier when she actually like had a little bit more weight because it kind of like matched her attitude more. I don't know. I know that she actually had like a fucking intestinal problem though. Like since she was a kid, that's why she had weight. Not to parents who fucking literally like as adult fucking grown ass adult human beings, their mothers cut their food for them. It's like what the fuck? You've never done your laundry before in your fucking life. Holy shit. Well, I can do it if I fucking wanted to. She likes doing laundry. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Like, dumbest fucking shit ever. That fucking tool. I was wondering if it's somebody called 311. Maybe we could have called animal control instead, and like I could just be like euthanized, and it was just like for the humane purposes, like just the right thing to do. I'm like a feral fucking rabies like animal. I'm a danger to society. So is my dog apparently, so I'll make sure to take him with me. We could both go to the gas chamber. Oh, I did not mean to say that. I genuinely did not mean to say that. Fuck, I'm missing. You know what? Maybe I can get it. Probably not gonna be the fucking right one, but whatever. Fucking. Can you just assist?
Degrees. It's 23 degrees downtown right now. Your next CTV News update is coming at 5 o'clock.
This newscast brought to you by Pépinière Pierrefonds Garden Centers. Transform your garden with their vast selection of flowers and plants. 2 locations, pépinièrepierrefonds.com.
iHeartRadio, Canada's #1 streaming app for radio. Stay informed wherever you are with all your favorite talk hosts.
How lucky are we settle our disputes through elections and talk radio.
iHeartRadio.
Anytime,
Anywhere. Now with personalized playlists made just for you. And curated playlists, including your own. Add songs straight from live radio. Connect on the go with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto.
iHeartRadio.
Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Oh,
To celebrate its 35th anniversary, New Look has tons of frames at $35. Good news if you've got a head for glasses and figures. And at Figures, you'll want to head over to newlook.ca real soon to make an appointment to get your $35 frames. Jacinthe Laurando Optician.
Mitsubishi Motors' passion for evolution raises the bar for what an SUV should be. Stock models that feel like a wagon on wheels? That's not what we do. Innovative designs that combine style, cutting-edge technology, and exceptional fuel efficiency to give you the best driving experience possible. Now that's what we do. And right now, Mitsubishi's offering a no-charge prepaid maintenance package with any new lease. The next step in the pursuit of endless evolution is here. Visit your local Mitsubishi dealer or MitsubishiMotors.ca for more details. Some conditions apply.
Discover the Recreation Montréal sensory experiences from the I Love Working Downtown initiative, powered by the Chamber of Commerce of Metropolitan Montreal, with support from the Quebec government. Learn more about the experiences at ccmm.ca.
We thought we'd prove that we're all play by showing you that lions can be too. Hey, I said we're all play, not all prey. Maybe try one of our safari-themed games instead. With your favorite games at the Montreal Casino, we're all play. To prove that we're all play, we'll send you to outer space. Houston, we have a problem. Uh-oh.
I love
At
them.
least the restaurants are out of this world. With inventive cuisine at the Montreal Casino, we're all play. 18 and older. The game should remain
I'm gonna need you to give me a
Dealing
boost.
with a cash crunch, or say just looking to
Need
get
a
rid of some
boost.
things you don't want or need anymore, bring them to Empire Gold. You get
Don't worry.
an instant appraisal, and that'll
go
be
find
followed by
somewhere
a
else
check
to loiter
right on the
anyway.
spot. And remember, nobody pays more for your gold or silver than Empire. And it's been that way for more than 50 years. So whether it's a ring, watch, art, or anything in between, let Empire turn it into cash right on the spot. Empire Gold, 5593 Paré, west of the Carry, online, empiregold.ca.
Welcome to Notre-Dame-des-Neiges Cemetery's Remembrance Grove, as well as its new St. Louis Grove, which offers a view on Lake St. Louis. Choosing one of these first eco-friendly burial sites in Montreal means continuing the circle of life by having your ashes buried under one of 6 local tree species. It's a poetic way of giving back by contributing to improved air quality and biodiversity. Learn more at NotreDameDesNeiges.ca.
Enjoy the International des Feux L'Auto-Québec from the Jacques Cartier Bridge. Jacques Cartier and Champlain Bridges Incorporated reminds you that smoking is prohibited on the bridge, except in designated areas. The bridge will be closed between 8:30 and 11:30 p.m. Details at jacquescartierbridge.ca.
CTV tonight. It's the ultimate race across the country. Who will be
Team number one.
the last team standing? The Amazing Race Canada. All new tonight at 9, 8 Central, only on CTV.
What the city's talking about. This is Montreal Now on News Talk Radio, CJAD 800.
Welcome back. David Hertel in for Aaron and Natasha. So we're asking you about the Rogers outage. What do you think about the response so far? The response from Rogers explaining what went wrong, some reboot problem, some updating of software problem. Their response, the apology, saying there will be some sort of compensation on your bill. What do you think about the response from our industry minister? Meeting with the head of Rogers and the head of the other telcos saying, okay, something has to change. There has to be a way to respond and to have other systems take over if one crashes. There has to be a deal, and this cannot cost more to the consumer. There's going to be a class action lawsuit. We don't know if that's going to move forward yet. It has to be authorized by the courts first, but this class action is asking for $400 per subscriber. So do you think that's enough? Do you think the response is okay? We had callers before the break who called us at 790-800 saying, well, there are competition issues that should be looked into. Some people don't think it was just some boot or software failure or whatever Roger's saying it is. Maybe it's something deeper. Maybe there's a problem with our communications infrastructure. On the competition side,
Really?
I mean, we are paying more than the Americans, way more. It's not just a few cents more. Americans' cell phone service is way lower than it is in Canada. And so what do you think about the response so far? We're Tuesday. We've got some people even saying that the problems are still ongoing.
Too much power.
Somewhere in Ontario, we had a caller saying that there are problems in Ontario are still persisting.
What would the fucking radio have to do with the lock?
Let's go to Tom. Good afternoon.
Because that's what it keeps doing. The radio, when it's plugged in, it'll initiate the locking mechanism. But it's as if it's someone's pushing the button.
I have my stellar.
I guess like I do. You close the back door.
But with my my resident, with my mother, she's with Fido. I just learned that Fido is with Rogers. It's with Rogers. Anyway, you know what? I was listening this morning on TJD, another program. It's a class action suit. I sympathize with Rogers. But I think it has to be reprimanded because I just learned when it happened that this is not the first time. It happened, in fact, last year also.
Yeah. Last year or 2 years ago. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
I think they should get a slap on the wrist. Mm-hmm. And there should be I'm sorry, but a class action or it could have been dangerous. I mean, even the 911 services could have been.
Yeah, the 911, there's suicide hotlines. I mean, in Toronto, there's a suicide hotline that went down. We don't know yet the ramifications of all this.
Exactly. Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Tom, thank you very much for the call. Take care. Let's go to Dave. Good afternoon, Dave.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Okay, I'm a heart patient. I got stents in my heart.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And can you imagine if I had to call 911, I would have to go to a neighbor. I do not even know whether the neighbor has a cell phone, and most of them now are out of at work.
Correct.
So this is kind of ridiculous, you know.
Mm-hmm. What do you think we should do?
Well, they should have some standby system. They should have some backup system for 911.
No, I'm just
a separate server or separate satellite for 911 or something, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's scary to think, in the event of an emergency. I mean, I had people running around, going to find some cash because they couldn't pay a bill. I had a story of a person, going to the gas station, not able to pay their gas station bill. So there was a lot of different mishaps that were caused by this, and hopefully we won't learn about any tragedy. So far, thank goodness, we haven't heard about anything. But Dave, I appreciate the call. Let's go to Warren. Good afternoon, Warren.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I'm calling because I'm actually in the networking department in tech, and I've worked on networking for quite a while now.
Okay.
I'm a little bit biased maybe because I work for Bell, but I do a ton of networking. And from my perspective, I can see that, what the real problem here is the cost of the infrastructure that it takes to set up sort of a telephony and or a networking company these days. And I believe that if we were to have any sort of money come from this through class action lawsuit or through any sort of damages that are shown through the governing boards, that we should start setting up big fund banks that can be put into government subsidies for building new infrastructure that can be given out to new companies to potentially offer new ways to connect through telecommunications. It's just so expensive. Why not try to somehow subsidize new networks and new big, infrastructures and lines that can be run so that we can actually have competition?
Very interesting, Warren. So I really appreciate your insights. So you're saying this is more of an infrastructure issue than anything else?
I think at the core of it really is, and I think that the cost of infrastructure and the scale of the infrastructure is really what causes monopolies in this kind of an industry.
Right.
This isn't some sort of, small scale operation to be running lines, for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kilometers all throughout Canada.
Right.
I mean, this is a major operation, and we as Canadians are actually paying for that infrastructure right now through our bills, which is already, pretty ridiculous in my mind, considering that I feel like the government has played a big role in subsidizing at least the foundations of these infrastructures, and yet here we are still as the consumers being the ones, who are footing that bill. So why not sort of find a way to have either the government subsidize or take some of the, revenue of some of the bigger telecommunications companies and pool it all together a little bit to start being able to build more layers of infrastructure for more companies to emerge and give Canadians a little bit more choice when it comes to telecommunications.
Great call. Really appreciate the insight, Warren. Thank you very much. But I hope if we do build more infrastructure, it won't all be on the taxpayer to foot the bill. I hope all the telcos will also pitch in. But a very interesting reflection there. Steve, good afternoon.
Yeah, hi. So I've been with Fido since 1997. I'm one of their first customers. And my plan is to try to extort them. So I'm going to tell them that unless they give me a brand new Apple 13 Max with my new 2-year plan, I'm switching to TELUS after 25 years. I'm going to see what they say.
I see. No, very interesting. You have a strategy. You have a game plan to at least claw back some of that money.
Yeah, they cost me a lot of money on Friday and Saturday because I work on the road and I didn't have access to my cell phone or my Apple CarPlay. So I couldn't go out of town and find the addresses because I rely on that. So, they got to cough up something like $40 a day isn't enough.
Thank you very much for the call, Steve. Consumers, Rogers subscribers are going to have some power here, definitely. If
Don't go too far.
Rogers sees that a lot of subscribers are switching over, there could be a bigger reaction from Rogers. There might be some real movement. But definitely an interesting strategy from Steve. Thank you for the call. A few texts. One texter writes, redundant backup systems for 911 and other large emergency services should be a must. I totally agree. But there's definitely something to be said about competition and infrastructure. And so far, we haven't heard much from the federal government on those two issues. But definitely moving forward. We're talking about price. We're talking about reliability of the network.
Naked on top of his roof for the entire fucking morning. Why would it take 5 hours to take some guy who's butt-ass naked off a roof? That was my like $1,000 question as to
Great conversation.
why the
Thank you
like
for the
is he
calls.
potentially
Thank you for the
hiding a
text.
gun
Time
in
now
his
to check
butthole?
on your
Like,
drive. Let's go to CJ.
why would it
800
take you
Traffic
guys
Center and Marty
5
Lamar. Marty, is it
hours,
better?
a SWAT team, a crane, like the whole fucking 9 yards? You guys went balls deep on that one. And I fucking did the millennial thing where I went to film the guy, and then I kind of had a moment of I don't know, humanity. I was like, yeah, maybe I don't know, if probably if it were me, I would probably not want people fucking filming me and then putting it online, being like, hey, look at this crazy guy who's on his roof fucking butt ass naked. Like, yeah, ideally I'd really prefer like people to not film it. Getting really fucking fed up of people who are so useless in every situation. Like, there is somebody dying and you guys first pull out your fucking phone. Are you fucking serious though? How about rather than play your phone, like maybe do something?
Believe it or not, there is
like, or I don't know, call somebody that's like not my mom.
Right now, right here in downtown Montreal. We'll give you details next.
Same with me. Like, why do you guys? Why would you call me? Someone's breaking into Melissa's house potentially. Oh, it's Joelle. She ran out of fucking money. Obviously. I was like, why? Like, if someone's breaking the house, maybe call the fucking police. What am I gonna do? You're fucking before the law. It's very possible someone's breaking your house.
Major League Sports Talk lives on TSN 690.
When renovating, you want peace of mind. Call Renofco, winner of Consumer's Choice Award and West Island Chamber of Commerce Excellence in Business category. Renofco.com, 514-856-9993.
Are you preoccupied by your financial situation? The rising costs of living, coupled with increased interest rates, can be worrisome for most of us. But there are options that can provide some financial relief. Jean Fortin Associates has been helping Canadians do just that for nearly 40 years. We can assist you by phone, chat, email, or in person. Together, we will find a solution. JeanFortin.com. Licensed insolvency trustees.
When the time comes to choose a new Toyota, never compromise on quality. Buy or lease your new Toyota at Spinelli Toyota.
Celebrate Spinelli's 100th anniversary. It's time to Toyota at Spinelli Toyota. Lease a 2022 Corolla L from $73 a week for 60 months with $0 down payment at 5.49%. An incredible value offered at an all-in price from $23,469.
Spinelli Toyota, the address of choice for all automotive services in Lachine and Point Claire. Subway, Eat Fresh, Refresh, starring Kai, pro sandwich artist, amateur spokesperson, and action.
Sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome.
Cut! Amazing star Kai. Let's try again, but more like, welcome to the Subway Eat Fresh Refresh. Try your new and delicious Green Goddess dressing on the new Green Goddess subs.
The dressing is also creamy and tangy.
Subway Eat Fresh Refresh. Kai, give that legal a try.
I
Freshly
love
prepared for your order.
you
Like
guys
that?
giving me bad credit
let's
for
go
signing up for cream.
Why should I have a funeral?
This is Bridget
For a
Federer
trial.
from Canaan Federer Funeral Home.
It was a
As
free
family
trial.
and friends reunite during a funeral, mourning becomes
You
a
guys
shared
managed to
experience.
kill me not
We
once
cry,
but
we
twice.
support
But
each
then when I
other,
go to
and
close
we
the
share
account,
warm
you guys
memories.
can't find the
At
account.
Canaan
So you
Federer,
guys want me
we
to
work
find
hand
phones
in
and
hand with our
20
families
years.
to honor the life of their
Not
loved one.
fucking calling you guys.
Federally, recipient of the Consumer Choice Award for 2021 and 2022. For information, call 514-481-5301 or visit kfederally.com.
If you're a regular customer of Bossy Bo and you got your order for the week, all you need to do is set the table and sit down to a civilized meal. And if you're not a regular customer, all you need to do is register and order. And by the way, Bossy Bo is hiring. They need staff to prep, cook, and package the best prepared meals in Montreal. If you've got experience and want to join a great team at a competitive salary, all you need to do is send your CV to Caroline at bossybo.com. That's Caroline at bossybo.com.
Adam, Gerlene, Dave, Ashley, Doug, and Charlie.
Farmers looking for a partner. Think you could be the perfect match?
Anyone can apply to get on CTV's new matchmaking show, Farming for Love.
Go to ctv.ca/farmingforlove.
Casting closing soon.
Montreal Now with Aaron Rand and Natasha Hall. CJAD 800.
Hard to believe it,
but right here, right now in Montreal, if you go on Park Avenue, just north of Sherbrooke near Milton, what's called Milton Park, right now there's what the Montreal Ombudsman called a humanitarian crisis in the heart of the city. A large group of homeless Indigenous men and women live there. They're right on the sidewalk, in the street, and nothing seems to be happening. The response from city and other officials seems to be very slow to this. Troubling pictures in La Presse over the weekend about this situation that's going on right now. And so I'm joined now by Nat Cossette. She's been on the show many times. She's the executive director of the Native Women's Shelter. Nat Cossette, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So I hate that we have to talk about this, but I know this area very well. I used to live there, and it keeps just getting worse and worse. From your perspective, how would you describe the situation?
Well, I mean, it's been bad, and it's been bad for years. Chances are it's getting worse as there are less services and more homelessness. I think for the urban Indigenous population, it's never been this bad for the homeless population. And, you know, we see it with the closing of the Raphael Andre Memorial Tent, that we had, you know, almost up to 300 people showing up every single night for 18 months. And in that particular area, there needs to be something, and I really am scratching my head as to why nothing after almost 3 months has happened.
I walk there, I drive by there, I take the bus near there, actually, and I see this, and I mean, this is becoming like some sort of where we seem collectively to be accepting that human beings can live like this in a city like Montreal. There seems to be like this, we're just not, we're sort of becoming immune to this, and I'm revolted by it. And what do you get from authorities? I mean, what is the city doing, and what have you gotten from them on this?
Okay, so you have to understand that I am not.
No, I know that.
Yeah. Okay.
I get it. It's not directly your file and your responsibility.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying to grasp at why are we powerless as a city to deal with this issue. We're talking, you just said it, it's been years. So I get this is not up to you to solve this. I get it. I'm not putting it on your shoulders. But I need to understand from someone who deals with a lot of similar issues, why aren't we reacting more swiftly to something that, I mean, these are fellow men and women, human beings, and we're not doing anything to help them.
Well, I mean, I do have an outreach worker that goes in that area. But, I mean, if you look back at what happened at Cabot Square, when the open door had left the area, there were a lot of deaths. There were, I think, almost 8 deaths and 10 deaths, 8 Indigenous. And because I work in that area, I was able to really push and able to get Resilience Montreal. And that probably took me about 4 months. So why isn't anything happening there? Because I didn't have to put out an ombudsman report in order for something to happen. That report has been out. I know that Makavik is trying to do something, but I don't have an update as to what has been actually happening. But I mean, if I had a magic wand, I would say that the municipal, the provincial, the federal government need to call a meeting immediately with all the Indigenous organizations and say, we read the report, we see there's a problem, we have funding, who's going to move on it? So, that has not happened, and I don't know when that's going to happen. I think, anyways, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Please finish your thought.
Unfortunately, I think that someone else has to pass away in order